BrvndonP.
Yo, it's your boy Black Knight, and you're now tuned in with Remnant magazine. West Coast all day.
Let me give my God some praise. Let me give my God some praise. Let me give my God some praise. Let me give my God. Looking good. You looking for that dope? Let's go, let's go. Come and kick it with the team. The party's over here. Let me show you what I'm really saying. I'm on that 116. Homie, come and get it right. Show you what the green flag.
How's the tour going, man?
Tour's going great.
Yeah.
It's going great. So this is the second time around. So there's a lot of, actually it's just a family reunion. You know what I'm saying? Doing it again. Same stuff, same show, same crew, same artists. So it's great the second time around. Yesterday was one of the livest cities that we've been to. That was in, where was that at? Maryland.
Maryland, okay.
Maryland. So Maryland turned up.
Maryland turned up, huh?
Maryland turned
up.
I was like, yay! Everybody got adrenaline. It was super hot, but it was dope.
That's dope.
Yep.
So, in terms of just the tour itself, like, what would you say has been like probably the craziest moment? Like, not even just on this tour, any tour.
I think the craziest moments, actually, it is this tour because of the people. So the craziest moments has been not a part of the show, but it's been like after shows or preview,
Okay.
Like there's times where one time we was in Miami, we bet some random person to jump in the pool. It's like 12 o'clock at night. It's like, yo, we'll give you $70 to jump in this pool. And they did it. So that's, we skating down the street and stuff like that. So it's just been the moments where, we just hanging out has been some of the dopest, craziest
scripted moments. That's dope, man.
Yeah, Andy's crowd surfing on a turtle. So
crowd surfing on a turtle?
Yeah.
I think I heard somebody say something like that.
You'll see it tonight.
I didn't think it was real.
I might grab, we got an ice cream sandwich for me to crowd surf with too. So I might grab the ice cream sandwich tonight. I don't know.
Oh, so, man, I definitely got to see that. So what would, like in terms of just being on tour and everything like that, man, like a lot of people probably would love to do something like that, you know what I mean?
Right.
Do you ever get to a point where you're like, man, I just want to sleep in my own bed, use my own toilet?
That's almost every night.
Yeah.
It's almost every night. So a lot of people, like for me, looking at, oh, snaps, they're doing all these shows and I want to do that, and actually doing it now. If I didn't have the love for it that I have, then I would be like, you know what, I quit. I don't want to do this no more because people don't see the work that goes into it. They just see the show and they just see it. They don't see how, we got to take energy shots before we go on stage because we're so tired. Like doing 4 shows a week, you know what I'm saying? Then I have to get right off and then hop on a bus and then, but it's just, if you don't have the love for it, it's like, it'll eat you, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
So, like, you drum for Andy Mineo.
Right.
I seen you do, some covers and stuff like that in the past. Like, how did you two link up? Was it something you just met or?
We linked up via social media.
Social media.
So it was after I did the Riot Remix contest.
Okay.
After I won that contest. Right. From that opened up so many doors. Like a lot of different doors. So Andy hit me up on Facebook, messaged me, was just like, yo bro, congrats on the one. It's like, do you have any tracks? You know what I'm saying? Other than that? I said, for sure. So out of that email was the Zone Out beat.
Okay.
A couple other ones and Pressure.
Okay.
So that's where and then Pressure, off of Formerly Known. And then that happened, and then he had a show in Oakland. So I found out he had a show. That's the first time I met him in person, and then the first time I played drums for him. And so we linked up. That was before Formerly Known came out. After it came out, he was working on Heroes for Sale. And then AO came out. And then he had another show in Sacramento, of which I found out later. But I was like, yo, you in Sacramento? He said, yeah, come do sound check. So I came to sound check. I asked him, I was like, you got a drummer? He's like, nah, bro, you want to hold? I was like, for sure. And so played for him. I played for him. And then the next day I did the drum cover to AO.
Okay.
And then I was like, yo, I'm doing a drum cover. Check it out. Sent it to him. No later, like 10 minutes later, he watched it. He was like, so how you feel about coming on the road with me? So then it was on and popping since then.
So what's it like working with these guys? I know, you know, if you're in the Christian hip hop industry, you gotta wonder, like, man, what's it like to work with Andy Mineo? What's it like to, you know, be on tour with Lecrae?
It's just like working with a regular person. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're just regular people who just have fun. You know what I'm saying? There was one night, it was in Friday night, I forgot what city, but it was Andy's birthday. You know, and then they had a cake fight, and it's just a family working together. But working with them is just, it makes you want to be better, be a better artist,
right,
be a better creator, and be innovative,
right,
because you just want to do better stuff. And that's how it should be. Because Andy pushes me, you know what I'm saying? Andy and Lecrae pushes Andy, and I push other people that I know, you know what I'm saying? What I learned from Lecrae, I take and I, you know, try to help out other people with what he's, you know what I'm saying, taught me. And so that's how it should be, because, you know, if you want this music to be better,
right,
we all got to share, you know, and cultivate each other, and, you know what I'm saying, help each other out when it comes to being creative in those areas. So, yeah.
That's awesome, man. I read about you that one of your main influences as a producer was Ryan Leslie.
Yeah.
So what made you want to become a producer? You know what I mean? What was it at first that said, man, you know?
I think what made me want to become a producer, I grew up playing drums. So drums was my first love. And then my uncle, Kevin, he lives in Fresno. He has a studio. And so every time we'll drive to Fresno, I'll be like, yo, I want to come over and just come over, maybe make a beat or whatever. So I just like being in an environment, because my dad was always in that environment. My dad's a musician.
Okay.
So I grew up around music, around how to make songs, how to teach parts, harmonies, all this type of stuff, because that's what my dad did. So eventually, my uncle Kevin got tired of me asking to come over. So he was like, you know what, just take the program, and then have your dad buy you a computer and a little $99 keyboard. So at first it was just a hobby. And then I just kept on working on it, and I found myself being trapped in a room for 10 hours. Like, I didn't even go to any basketball games or high school. Didn't go to no proms, no homecoming dances, nothing, because I was just making music. And then eventually, obviously, when you get better when you keep on doing something, you get better at it.
Right.
So, like I said, it was just a hobby at first, and then I moved to Kentucky from California.
Okay.
And then I met up with Blue Chip from the Righteous Riders, old
I heard of them, yeah.
Gospel group. So he connected me with an MC. So it was a producer MC working together to make music. So that's what at first it was, and that's when it kind of got serious. It was like, okay, we're gonna do a project. All right, cool. So I started learning how to do certain things. So I guess around that time is when I actually was just like, I want to do this. Like, I want to be a producer. I love what I do. Like, you know, this is not just a hobby anymore, but this is something that I see myself doing. So I think that was like 2008-ish. It's like when it really got serious. And then I moved back to California, and then everything just escalated. 0 to 100 real quick.
Man, everything you produce, you know, has always been tight. But I think when I really realized that you was a beast is when you did that Falling Down remix.
Oh man.
That right there, man. I was like, this dude. I had the stink face in the car, right, and listening to that. I'm like, so with that track in particular, like, how long does something like that take you to do? Is it like you could just bang it out real quick, or did that?
I think for me, it all depends on if I like the song. You know what I'm saying, or if it all depends on how I'm feeling that day. Because one day it'll be like, bang, I'm feeling it. Boom. And another time it's like, okay, I gotta come back to it, cultivate it a little bit, you know, each day or a couple hours, you know, take a break, then come back to it. But for that one, I think it just came.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm thinking a remix, so like what remixes for me, I like remixes switch up. You know, have a whole bunch of switches and be like, oh, that was dope. Oh, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. So that one was, I think that was done in a day.
Wow. Okay. So I seen you recently linked up with the legend of E40, man. Is there anything you can tell us about that connection? Is it
that is going to be epic when it comes out? Let's just say it's going to make some people very, 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 very happy and very, very mad at the same time.
Okay.
So it took a long time. I was trying to keep hush hush about it. Yeah. You know, so because I didn't want it to. I'll put it out and then it not happen.
Right.
So that's a part of the new album.
Okay.
So yeah.
So I guess that takes me into my next question, man. Tell me what's going on with the new album. What can we expect? You know, what? I guess that's one.
A new album. It's got BrvndonP, which is my name, and it's the reason why I named it that is because it's basically a different side of, you know, Black Knight. Black Knight BrvndonP. Shows all of the struggles, everything that happened. Like, for instance, a piece of the song is my mom's voicemail that she left me while I was on the road.
Okay.
And it was just her just talking about when I was young and like, you know, I'm so glad that all the crying that she did when she was pregnant with me, it didn't work out for the bad, but it like helped you, and like seeing where you at now, it's like, wow. So the whole album is like a story starting from, you know, the beginning and leading up to like a celebration. So it talks about, you know, me being bullied in high school. I mean, not high school, but middle school. Me going through depression, wanting to kill myself. All of this type of stuff in this album, and it just ends with a celebratory, you know, message at the end. So
okay, that's dope. Yeah. Now, is this going to be a self-produced project, or you working with some other producers?
Mainly, I produced it, but my buddy KAG from RPSMG, shout out, boy. RPSMG, we do it. But he got a couple of stuff on it, so I was just like, bro, you got to come with that heat, boy. Yeah. Which is like a California thing.
Okay. Boy. Yeah, like your new track.
So yeah, he got like 3 of them, I think.
Okay.
So the rest is just me.
Dope, man.
So yes, sir.
Dope.
People, make sure, I don't know when it's coming out, but when it comes out, you gotta make sure you get it. BrvndonP, Black Knight, you gotta make sure you get it. Like, I think with this album, like, my goal is to give people a different perception of who BrvndonP, Black Knight is. Like, people associate Black Knight with Bibles in the ear, and it's like, yes, that was good in its season, but like, let's move on from that. Let's move forward. So this album is like very, very, it has live instrumentation in it, and it has a lot of, you know, mature sound and a lot of grown-up feel to it, because it's like, you know, I was 17 when I made Bibles in the Air. It's like, so since 17 to now, I went through things, and I've learned how to put that in music, and I learned how to, you know, talk about like different things, you know, so it can help other people. So there's power in the words of testimony. So that's it. So make sure you get it. Follow me on all social media websites, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, at BK Creations. That's BK Creations with a Z at the end of it. So RPSMG, it's the Black Knight. Yada da.
BrvndonPP.com